welcome again to our new video, students. This is going to be what? This is going to be Edu Soonung words number 30 today, and we're going to learn more new words because it's already the 30th of our video, right? So first, the number one word for today is gross. Everybody grows. But actually, it depends on the meaning of the word because it has different pronunciation. Number one, this one. If this is the meaning, you have to use gross. Follow me, gross. Gross. For example, a gross amount of money is the total amount before taxes or costs have been taken out. For example, your salary is 2 million won, okay? 2 million won. And you didn't minus the tax yet. You didn't minus the tax or everything. So that is your gross income. Do you understand? Gross money. But minus your tax example 125 plus a minus another blah blah blah. And your total is 1950. In this case, this is not a gross anymore, okay? Because you already minus something. Got it? Very good. That is gross. For example, the meaning here is what? A company with gross revenues of $1 million. Wow, they're very rich. $1 million? How can I earn that much money in my life, right? Very good. Now let's go for the second meaning. The second meaning here is what? Extreme and unreasonable. Okay? Extreme. It means too much. And unreasonable means it's not, I think it's not okay. It doesn't have any reason to do that, okay? It's too much. Example, that is a gross penalty for a petty crime. Everybody again, one more time. That is a gross penalty for a petty crime. What is petty? Petty means what? Small. Do you understand? Small crime, okay? Small crime, but that is a gross penalty because the penalty is jail. You have to be in jail for maybe 50 years. But his crime is just he got somebody's wallet. It's just small, right? I think so. Next, the third meaning is extremely unpleasant, okay? And usually this word is used mainly by young people. And in this case, we use gross. The pronunciation is gross. Do you understand? That's gross, okay? In this case, the number one is what? How do you pronounce number one? This one? Gross. Follow me, gross. B also is gross. C is gross. Oh, that's too gross. For example, the taste of the sandwich is gross. It means it's really, really bad. Extremely unpleasant. Really, really bad. Understood? Very good. Now let's go for 334. Inconsistency. Everybody follow me? Inconsistency. What does it mean? Something that does not match something else. For example, first you said, oh, I saw a tall tree. The next time you say, oh, no, I saw a big tree but short. And then the next time you say, oh, I saw a tree, it's not very big but it's tall. Of course, it is inconsistent, right? There is inconsistency. Do you understand? So the example here is, there were some inconsistencies in his stories. Don't you think? There were some inconsistencies in his stories. His stories are not the same always. Does not match. So, hey, unbelievable, isn't it? I think so. Now let's go for 335. 335, we have here priority. Everybody, one more time. Priority. What is priority? It is something important that must be done first or needs more attention than anything else. Understood? It is something that must be done first or needs more attention than anything else. So it is the first. It should be your first. Understood? Because it is the most important. For example, being fashionable was low on her list of priorities. It means what? Low on her list of priorities. Is it the top? No, it is her down. Okay, she doesn't care about fashionable or she doesn't care about new clothes. She cares about food, right? Maybe she's that kind of person. We don't know. Okay, now let's go for 336. 336 is assign. Everybody say assign. Very good. Assign means what? To give someone a job to do. Okay, to give someone a job to do. For example, I assigned my aunt to oversee the construction of my new house. It means what? I assigned or I gave my aunt a job to do. What will be her job? To oversee. It means to see. Okay, for example, construction is making of my new house, right? So she will be the seer and she will be checked every day. She will check the construction if it's going well or not. Do you understand? Very good, guys. Are you bored? Okay, I'll give you some entertaining video first.
땅거미 지고 앉은 창가에 앉아 꽃반지 끼워주며 속삭이던 너.
Okay, that was fun, right? Isn't it? Okay, let's go for the next one. We have simply. Simply. What is simply? Here. Now, in this case, I will give just an example. Here, my example is I just simply like her. It's the same as I just like her. There's no reason. Just simply I like her. Got it? Okay, but it's not the same as simple, okay? Simple and simply are not the same. Perfect. Now let's go for 338. Specialized. What is specialized, guys? It means this one. Okay, for example, the doctor is specialized in treating allergies. Do you understand? So in this case, he is just specialized in what? Allergies. Because some doctors are doing surgery, some doctors are just what? Checking the, what do you call that? Lungs and heart, like that. But in this case, this doctor is only in allergy. Now let's go for 339. It is tissue. What is tissue? Yes, usually plants has tissues. What else? Animals also has tissues and human also has tissues, right? Human. But this is not the same as your tissue that you used to wipe your nose, okay? It's different, okay? For example, our body's tissues reconstruct on their own. What do you mean by reconstruct? They just, example, they are so, when you have a cut on your hand, right? Sometimes it will just heal right away, or maybe sometime like 2 or 3 days, it will heal, right? So the tissues reconstruct on their own. Very good. Now let's go for fiber. We have here fiber. What is the meaning of fiber, guys? Number one, it is a food element. It is, for example, on the banana. When you eat the banana, it has fiber. We need to eat fruits rich in fiber in order for us to excrete waste easily. What is excrete? Excrete, it means what? Poo. We need to poo what? What is waste? Waste in our body. Tong, 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 easily. Understood? Very good. Now, it's number one meaning, but number two, what does it mean? Fiberglass or materials. Guys, you know fiber, right? The materials that we use in the house when we build the house or when we make something, cell phone, is all fiber. So example, this computer is made of fiber metals. Understood? We use fiber metals to make this computer. Perfect. Exert. Now let's go for 341. It is what? Exert. What does it mean by exert here, guys? To use something such as authority, power, influence, etc. in order to make something happen. Sometimes, for example, you are in a higher position, so you exert your power. You exert your power or authority over others, right? I think so. For example, some managers exert much pressure to their workers. Do you understand? So some managers exert much pressure to their workers. Example, hey, do this. Hey, do that. You have to do it faster. You have to do it blah, blah, blah. It's very hard, don't you think? I think so. Now let's go for 342. 342 is what? Excessive. Excessive. What is excessive? This one. Example, it means too much. Too much. Here, Excessive exercise can sometimes cause health problems. Don't you think, guys? If excessive means too much, right? Too much exercise can sometimes cause health problems because you never eat just to exercise. No, it's too bad. Don't you think? Very good. That's excessive. Next, intake. Intake is noun, okay? Intake. Example, an act of taking in something. It means eating or what you call, what else? Especially breath or breathing. That is intake. Understand? Eating or breathing. It has two meanings. Now, number one, the meaning here is I need to lower my sugar intake to avoid diabetes. Guys, you know diabetes, right? If you eat too much sugar, it means you will be sick of diabetes. Do you want that? Of course not, right? Of course never. Okay. Now, before we go, I will show you another video so you will not be so sleepy.
Please, give me some food, give me some food. Goo goo goo. They sing like that. Goo 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 goo. I want some food. Why don't you give me some food? I want 새우가, 새우가.
Okay, that was interesting, right? Next, we will have shrink. Shrink. What is shrink? This one. Very good. Example, to become smaller or to make something smaller. Understand? To become smaller or to make something smaller. For example, here, your sweater will shrink if you wash it at too high a temperature. Do you understand? Sometimes you don't need to anymore, but yeah, sometimes you need it. It's just English, okay? Your sweater will shrink if you wash it at too high temperature or too, very, very high temperature. Don't you think so? Your sweater will shrink, right? It will become smaller. Yes, very good. Now let's go for another word we will have here. Vice versa. What is vice versa, everyone? Vice versa means this one. It's very easy, right? Go back and forth. Go back and forth. He doesn't trust her and vice versa. What does it mean? She also doesn't trust him. Okay, example, she doesn't like him and vice versa. It means he doesn't like her too either. And what else? He gave her a kiss and vice versa. It means what? She also gave him a kiss. Oh, it's amazing. Right? Next, let's go. Thoughtless. What is thoughtless? Thoughtless. Example number one, not considering how your actions or words may upset someone. That is thoughtless. It means you're just saying something without thinking, okay? Or doing something without thinking. So you will really make another person upset. Don't you think so? Example, it was thoughtless not to call and say you'd be late. Example, you had a meeting. You said 8 o'clock, but you arrived at 8:30. It's 30 minutes late, don't you think? But in this case, it is really, really upsetting, right? It makes you angry. So it was what? Thoughtless not to call and say that you would be late. Very good. Now it's time for homework. Okay, guys, for your homework, you have to do this one. You have first to copy 1 to 5. Don't forget, don't just answer the words. You have to copy. You have to copy the whole sentence, okay? Vice versa, gross. Simply assign. Now you have to write the words on the blanks, okay? I just like her. That is a penalty for a petty crime. He doesn't trust her and ting ting. My aunt to oversee the construction of my new house. In 5, being fashionable was low on her list of And so your teacher is going to check this tomorrow. And don't forget, study the words also. You will have a test tomorrow. See you.